Hello! Sorry for being late. I honestly just lost track of time. I think we're gonna a couple things tonight. Gonna continue with some figure drawings to begin with, and then move into redoing some old artwork for the channel. That was pretty cool, and I just want to make cleaner now that I updated the model. So, yeah. Let's get this open up. Find some poses. Oh, or some. Hope everyone's having a good day. It's been alright today. It was pretty quiet. Nice, simple day after yesterday being a little too exciting. Oh. Here, 1 second. Here we go. I guess this is kind of cool. Sorry, no music. I don't. Sorry about that. Okay. Oops. That's why. Okay. Do. Sorry. Get into focus mode, I kind of forget to talk. Yeah, I think I'm gonna probably do Witchtober in October. Yeah, I've done that in the past, and by that I mean like I'll do 1 or 2 of them probably, and then maybe 1 or 2 of the Inktober prompts. This month is pretty much just going to be cleaning up stuff for the channel. I mean, adding more artwork for the channel, and just yeah, just art practice in general. Maybe some work on the comic too. In fact, maybe that's what I'll do on Friday. It's just tomorrow I'll sit down and try and come up with some new pages, and then I can ink them on Friday. Because I do have a rough idea, I just need to clean it up. I realize I meant to post here too, but I did post that I was going to be. Oh, hello. That's okay. Yeah, this month has been a lot of just practice. So missing this month. I mean, I guess I did get some work done on I did that one drawing on Friday. Let's see if I can open it. I did that redraw this character. Kind of like a because she's a redraw of and funny, I make her. She's holding what she used to be actually, because let me find that picture. Maybe I don't even. It's probably my screenshots. Let's see. Like, yep, here. Yeah, that's what it looked like before. That's an old one. But I figured it'd be fun to do a redraw and make her age her up a bit. Oops. Here's all my other stuff. Age her up a bit. I'd have to check. But do you mean online? Because like I think that might be when I'm. We'll see. I think I might have a doctor's appointment that day, but I'll have to double check. Huh. Let's see. Oops. Just don't know it's working. Oh, that's what I finished up last time. I was just doing some drawings of expressions and character art using Richard and yeah, just doing some practices. And this is what I'll be working on later. I want to clean this one up. often to find a good pose. Oh, those are bad. I wouldn't never use those. Well, I mean, I guess there's other ones that are better. Like the very stiff ones that come on the rod, I'd say aren't worth the money. They're honestly better for lighting than they are for the actual pose. I always found like they have some merit, but it's just I wouldn't recommend them for just it's better to just go out and draw people in like a bookstore or a library, because like then you actually get some real practice with like posing and lighting, because like drawing that thing is going to teach you nothing except a very rough idea of where certain body parts are. Because even like with it, because you can't do poses like this with the wooden doll or a figure. You can't like do like action, and you can't do like, I don't know. I had a few. I tried a few different types, and even like the other ones were only so-so. Oh, that is good. Pose art that's different because that gives you lighting. And where did it go? I forgot where my phone. I had it in my hand. Oh, it's right here. Yeah, there's a great app that I do recommend actually, called Art Pose Pro. Yeah, Art Pose Pro is, I think it's like $5, but I'd say it's really worth it. It gives you like a whole collection of poses, and you can move the model, and you can like send the image to your computer. So I'd say that's way more helpful. Because yeah, those wooden dolls, those wooden figures are less useful than a toy, honestly. Like I know what they were trying to do, but it just, and the problem is the more expensive ones are like I wouldn't recommend even. Like I've seen like Marvel artists who ended up just using like Spider-Man figurines because they were cheaper than those models, and did the same thing with the anatomy. Like they were just as bendable. So they're yeah they. But yeah, those are good. What other things are good for? Like Brush Warriors has an entire section on their website for like references. Yep. Yeah, they have a whole resource area here with like, ironically they offer the links to those pages that have the mannequins, but they also have links to things like the yeah, they have all these different like pose space is, they have that here. They have oh yeah, Adorka Stock is really good. They have free resources and some really great poses. And there's some other ones from like that they have on this. Face talk. Huh. Interesting. I might try some of these today. Like these ones. I haven't been here in a while. Cool. Maybe I'll do this one next. I found something that could work for another character I have. Oops, I just lost my image. Oh, nope, there it is. Like for action pose, I mean for fight scenes, I found that WrestleMania has so many good pictures for that. Like I never even thought of that as an option, but I thought about it and I'm like, it's pretty much over the top, just like most of my action in the comic anyway. So that's a good place to go for. I mean, for that specific type of action. Otherwise, I would say like look to movies for inspiration, but don't obviously copy. But oh no, you're good. Sure, no problem. Yeah. Have a good rest of your afternoon if you can't make it back. Thanks for dropping by. Dun, 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 dun. Sorry. Get lost. Oh. It's here. It's okay. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, bum, 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 bum. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum. It's gonna be the trickster fairy that is a forest spirit that lives in June's guitar. Just doing a practice drawing with her. Because I haven't drawn her in a while and she's fun to draw. I mean, violins are kind of tricky, but it's fun to draw them anyway. Okay. Well, let's get to work on that other thing. a couple of things. I'll go back to that if I want to, but I want to refine this one. This guy looks pretty cool, and I want him. Yeah, I made this piece just to show off how my VTuber's displaying his quest to find all the knowledge he can on this creature, so he can get back his name and hopefully banish this thing from even the Fey realm, because it's not supposed to be there either. It's been harassing all these sealy creatures like the dragons. So he's getting help from them in order to learn its name. Bum, 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 bum. Sometimes it's nice to have that for doing like rim edges like this. It's nice to have to use the selection tool and kind of just start off the area and then just kind of bleed into it a little bit, like feathering. You can get some cool effect that way and don't have to go back again and like go over it a second time. I usually do. This is just one of those time-saving things I found. Yeah, see, I can get that cool, like, gradiated edge without having to make a gradient, really. And then now I can go back and do that with the other things. this area. You can fill it in first. Okay, I'm gonna put this below it, and then probably just use honestly the fill tool for this because I'm gonna go in with a. No, oops, no, that's not what I wanted to do. A lot of this I know is retracing, but I just want to refine some of the line work more than anything. Also, you probably could just take that layer, put it up here. Just clean up certain parts of it, like get rid of. Guys, oh, just get rid of parts like this. Hello, thanks for dropping by. Just working on this character design. Because a lot of it's pretty good. I just need to clean it up and so I can slowly bring in these other layers. Do, 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 do. Thanks. Yeah, this is some I'm redoing some old artwork and cleaning him up because thought I'd show off his cool abilities for like basic absorbing the names of different fairy folk and to narrow down his enemy. And I thought it'd be fun to. I mean, it's definitely gonna be. There's gonna be like magic. You can kind of see the hints of it. Here's the rough version of it, kind of, so you can see how crazy it's gonna get. I just want to clean up all these effects. But I'm just going back through and cleaning up a few things here and there. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, this is my VTuber. He's this is the lore behind my character for my channel, and like how he got like marooned in the fairy realm, and how he's trying to like his story is about like trying to regain his name because it was stolen from him. The reason I'm oops. Oh, oops. That's just that. Yeah. And I like the colors, but it's very painterly, so I'm trying to clean it up and make it a little bit sharper. Yeah, see the horns? It's my antlers. They're, you just don't see the black. It's not prominent yet. But there we go. Of the comic OCs or of because I do have that, and then well, but there's also I think this guy technically I do, but it's just the VTuber preview, which I don't want to spoil yet. But then again, if you want to make fan art, I guess it doesn't really matter. But let's see. I think I have something though. I'm sure I have something that's a little bit, at least a little bit easier to reference than this. Like I think I have one of him just standing. I know I do have a few. I have like this one. This is a pretty rough one, but like still. So that's that for him. I do have and I do have ones for the comic characters, if that's what you mean, because I have like let me see. I just updated June's page. So I can do a little bit more work on that today, but yeah, just cleaning up her design. And then Richard's, I have here as well somewhere where it's a good one. I always find all the ones but the one I want to show. I do have one here, but it's not the one that I like. You know, I bet I know where it is. Nope, not there. Maybe here? Guess not here either. Wait, what's this one? Oh, that was the, Okay. Yeah. Please do, yeah. But I would love to see fan art. I've had some made already, and it's been really fun to see other people's versions of these characters. Where's Richard? I did have a good picture of him, but I don't know where it went. And the problem is, like, oh, here's here's Nyla's page. She's pretty cool. She's the half dragon character that's like that's with the mother. Like this is her like a student slash bodyguard. Where's Richard? Where are you? You know what? I'll just show the other one so you can just use that. If you wanted to use that. If I could find it. You know what? Let me see if I can just do this. Sort by date. Okay. That might make it easier. Maybe. Sort by date. Okay, these are sorted by date now. Good. Oh, here he is. Yeah, here's the, whoops. I guess this is an older one, but still, like, yeah. And I think I had another one of him. Does he have a color scheme in this one? No, I guess he doesn't. Because I have this one too for him. He's a little bit inconsistent, I know. I need to go back and clean up, fix this one down here. His chest isn't wide enough. Yeah, I think with June she's tall, she's skinny and tall, and with Richard he's got that bulky, he's like tall and muscular, like kind of Bruce Wayne in the old cartoons. So, yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Whoops. There we go. Save some time and clean. Just drag some of these back over. Thanks. Yeah, these characters have been really fun to draw. I really need to just get around to publishing this because I think it's one of those things where you're always second guess. I'm just second guessing my writing skills, but I am gonna just try to get back to writing it. It was fun to work on, and it's definitely unique. I mean, it's a fantasy disaster movie. I haven't seen too many of those. I think the closest thing I can relate it to is like the Never-Ending Story, honestly, because that's the story of a world falling apart, but this isn't that really. This is more like one world is about to like bleed into ours and might swallow like anyone that's in that area, or worse. So they have to rush. Yeah. Well, I chose it because I like to make strong characters, and I wanted something that where it didn't matter that Richard is a powerhouse. Like he can like summon every weapon in his arsenal and like just like become death personified itself, but it's not going to change the fact that this horrible event will happen and he has to be there before it happens. Like It's just it's like supernatural nature, but it's still nature. Like, it doesn't care. And that's why I do have kind of like a antagonist in it who's slowing down the mother's escape, but that's all he's there for, really. He's not. He can't. He's more just like a deterrent to make it so to explain why she's just not leaving on her own. Because I mean, she knows the landscape better than Richard or June, so if she was left to her own devices, she could leave pretty easily. But when you have a crazy, like, yeah, it's fun. I love playing around with the characters and coming up with reasonings for them. And but and the nice thing also is that since the main villain is nature itself, I don't have to worry about giving the evil elf antagonist any dimension whatsoever. Like, he is your typical, like, sitting in a tall armchair with a glass of wine with his fingers pressed together, just laughing maniacally. He is like cartoon villain level goof, like just enjoying himself because he's like bored, because he's stuck in another dimension, and he's like, how do I entertain myself? Oh yeah, torment other dimensions. He's basically sees this area where she is as like his own personal game of The Sims. Like, he's just like, oh, how can I mess with these creatures and make their lives more interesting to me, but probably not fun for them. Which makes me think of a few other villains I've seen in other shows. Like, the Max had a villain a lot like that, where he was just like, he had underlings that caused problems, but he never actually, like, he was having more fun just messing with everyone over actually, like, being a true threat. Well, to them anyway. He was a threat to everything else in that world, but I never did see much more. I only saw a few episodes of that show, though. Yes, chaotically fun. Yes, he's been. Because everyone wants to make villains now that are like redeemable or understandable, and I'm like, what if they're just terrible? What if they're just like an isolated, awful person? Them being trapped in a dimension where they can't even talk to their own kind is probably a blessing for their own kind. Like, I'm sure I'm gonna have him pointed out, but like, even amongst like the Unseelie, which are the worst of the worst when it comes to like fairy folk, everyone hated him. Oh, okay. That could be interesting too. Like, you know, in like Full Metal Alchemist, where it was, or gosh, what else? Attack on Titan, kind of, or, I mean, on a more like Western thing, like obviously things like Hunger Games or that kind of stuff. Or, I mean, obviously the big one for anime is One Piece. Oh, yeah. That's one thing I always loved about I'm liking about One Piece. The more I watch it, is that like you know the government's bad from the beginning, but like you only find out how terrible it is as the story goes along. And I think I've seen that in other books, and I really like that kind of storytelling where you're learning with the characters. Yeah. I never did finish that, but it seemed like an interesting series. I did start to get into a new. Oh, okay. Hey, I chipped away at it too. I'm the last person to make fun of someone else. It took me a while. I think it took me. I forget. I watched it over a summer, and I don't think I had any like big things going on that summer. So I think I kind of just was like, now's a good time. What's Just so I don't spoil things, what's happening around 300? Which I can probably look it up myself. Dun, dun, dun. Are they... Alright, see, I would... even if I make a guess, I might be wrong, and I'm not going to take that chance. Because I'm on... Yeah, the last episode was 1,142. So, there's your... Not to fill you with despair, but... If anything, I'd say it's a fun ride regardless of where you are. Like, One Piece just has this, like, really nice, like, setting. Let's see, 300 is the... Oh, okay. Water City. Yeah, the Fishman... Is it... Oh, is it the Fishman Island Saga? Hello! Yeah, I think that's, Why is... I don't get the... Crunchyroll has some of the weirdest episode numbering. Oh, that's good. Impel Down. Isn't that Impel Down? Or is that, Water 7. Yeah, Water... I'm sorry. Yeah, Water 7 is what you're talking about. With the, Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's right before that, yeah. Yeah. The funny... Yeah, where poor Sanji meets his first mermaid. I won't say what that means if you haven't seen it yet, but... Yeah. But that's the beginning of everything getting really, like, high octane, so... Like, well, not yet. You're heading towards it, though. You're heading towards a really exciting arc that introduces some really important characters. So. Yeah. I'm excited also for the new season of Spy Family starting up. I think in October. Yeah, that's gonna be that's gonna. It might be I don't know if it's the final season, but they must be getting close. Yeah. Although he changed his size so much, I think it. I don't think his have ever fallen off. Yeah. Yeah, Spy Family is so good. I'm so excited. Even the movie, which I was worried would not really be much of anything because it's a standalone. It's kind of a standalone story. It's basically just a long episode, and it was still fun. I still really liked it. Yeah. I'm hoping. Yeah, I won't. I won't. See, I can't even say that. Yeah, Chopper's great. I mean, it's funny how it's such smart writing for Oda to make all these characters have professions so that their power levels, while useful, aren't the point of them. Like, Chopper is incredibly useful, even if at parts in the story he's the weakest character in the crew. I mean, he's the only one that can heal people. So, he's a doctor. The rest of them are helpless when it comes to that stuff. Or how Sanji's really talented as a chef. Just don't ever ask for directions from Zoro. Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of makes me think. Yeah, it's just nice when you feel like it doesn't matter how strong they are. I like that kind of writing, because that can lead to issues with where characters, well, like Dragon Ball Z, where characters get ridden out of the show because they're not strong enough to be Bulma can't be in certain situations because she's in danger. Like every time she's been around during a fight, it's been nothing but her in peril. So yeah. I forget when they go further into that, like when they start talking about like what's real, what's going at why he's so bad at directions and everything. I just can't remember where they talked about that, so I don't want to spoil it. But that will become a topic at a point, because it's all I'll say is it's not random. Nothing in One Piece is random. I mean, sometimes Oda just drops things and then is like, I'm not gonna use that yet. Maybe I'll use it later on. But majority of it, he's like, yeah, no, this is important for something in the future. And I think Oda really likes Sanji. Like, I mean, even where you are, I mean, look at all the crazy stuff he does. Like, he is just, like, their, like, high speed, just wrecking machine. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah. Enjoy. I hope you have a good day at work. Thanks for dropping by. Trying to show that he's got these bandages all over his... I guess I could just color it in mostly and then just go on top of it so that it's less... Still here at Ninja? Yeah, you are, right? Or you just lurkies? If you're lurking, that's okay. You did say hi, so... I think after this I might work a little bit on, what was I gonna do? I think I said... I'll think about it. I just love how, like, every member of that team is, like, unique in their own way. I don't know what it is, though, because, like, maybe it's because I understand more the humor, why the humor exists in One Piece, whereas in, like, Demon Slayer, I kind of get pulled out of the story by it. Because there's like... Because that was the only thing that originally made me stop watching Demon Slayer, is that I just couldn't relate to the characters because of their humor. Which I know is ironic because I just said I watch One Piece, and Chopper and Usopp are just the two biggest goofballs ever. But they're not the main character. And while Luffy can be a goofball to a degree, he's still like more of a symbol of hope. Anyway. Yeah, I thought. Yeah. Oh, cool. Good. Yeah, with all these, I'm just excited for all these these shows coming back. I'm a little bit let down by To Be Hero X. I was hoping that show would be a little. I mean, I don't know if I want to. Like, I think the storytelling's a bit confusing. So I don't know if I could recommend it on that. But the art's gorgeous. Like, it's really cool looking. It's just. I don't know. Like, there's so many questions I still have, and I think the first season's over. I'm like, wait, excuse me, teacher, more questions, please. Answer, please. Cause I love how it goes from like 3D to anime to like poster art in some episodes to like other things later on. It's fun. I love the style jump. And the opening song is really good. But outside that, kind of like to understand what's going on. Just a small thing I have. Another thing I thought about doing, which I might either, if I have time, do tonight or work on Friday, is making a PNG. I mean, or cleaning up a PNG tuber model. I had apparently. I thought it was more recent, but apparently, I haven't used a costume in forever. Like I thought I wore a costume last year, but I guess I didn't. I guess that makes sense though. It's been last few years have been a little weird, so I probably wasn't in the celebrating mood very much that year. Yeah, actually considering some things, yeah, I could see that being the case. I love it. Yeah. And there's been a couple. There's a couple other shows I'd love to. Someone actually recommended Wednesday to me. I might maybe I'll give that a shot, but live action's kind of. It depends. Sometimes it's easy to jump into, and other times they purposely make it a little more difficult. So, because they want you to like give up your entire afternoon. I just heard that like the lore and like the setting are really kind of fun, so I might give it a shot. Hmm. This is kind of looks loose on his arm. I guess if I can move it back, I guess, too, and that might help. Move it back here. And then, like... Oops. What are you working on tonight, if I may ask? I'm just curious. Are you doing studies? 'Cause I was doing those earlier. I might go back to doing them before I finish. Yeah, I think fixing that pauldron, I think giving it a little bit more like height over his, maybe even making like a, oops, something underneath it to support it so that it's not just like banging against his shoulder. Like that. Just like a thin piece of metal that it's resting on. Hey, it's gotta have those things you enjoy. Besides, if you're gonna have something sweet, it better be something you like. So that's what I always say. Nothing's worse than like just eating a lot of sugar and not even enjoying it. As long as you actually got it because you enjoy it and not because you think it like heals the common cold or something, because I hate to tell you it doesn't. It has sometimes they have vitamins in them, but honestly there's better ways to get those vitamins usually, like probably eating an orange by itself. But if you actually enjoy the taste, then awesome. Oranges are, yeah, it's not really season right now, so they're pretty expensive here, so. Like apples just went in season, so I'm excited. I might grab some later this week. For, like there's some apple orchards, and yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, totally. Yeah, if you like orange juice, then it's a good, then that's a smart purchase. Yeah, yeah. Especially certain, like there's a, like I'm sure you have a specific brand of orange juice you like, because that's how I am with certain things like that, where it's like some are too sweet, or some are too just they just taste a little off. So yeah. I don't know why I'm making this side dark. This is gonna be the side that's glowing the most. Oops. I forgot. He's gonna be absorbing this book and all of its magic. Oops, I always do that. Yeah. Yeah, I can see. And cider is something I like, but I think what I need to do is for cider to enjoy it, I just need to like only drink it in small cups, because small amounts of it, great, but it's just one of those things where if you drink too much cider, it adds up fast, and your stomach's just like, what have you done? Or mine is anyway. It's like, no, I don't like this. I'm gonna make you feel like garbage now, because you put this in me. Yeah, some of the stores I can specialty order some things, but only a few select things from a few places, and usually the amount it costs isn't really worth it. For certain specific things, maybe, but yeah. Like sometimes I'll go to like special sites for coffee or like stuff like that, but I don't think I would ever go for just I don't know. I haven't found a juice that I would do that for. I guess technically I have, because I used to like get those special. I mean, I get Circle, So I guess in a way that is going out of my way. Because I just like them because they're, I can make them mostly just water and make them last a while. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, 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 bum. See, that's why I didn't want to do that. Now I see all my mistakes. Gotta go in and fill these in completely. I don't know why I thought I could get away with not doing that. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum bum. See, this is the problem. I knew I did this wrong. I guess I can kind of fix it a little if I just... You mean drawing wise? Or just in general? Because can't help with a second, but I can help suggest something to draw. Like there's a whole bunch of reference sites I was talking about earlier, and then there's like you can always just go to the D&D webpage and just draw characters, like use the character generator and just create your own. That's what I've done. It's fun. Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. I would recommend that. Still really messy. I need to clean this up. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, bum, bum. Nice. As long as, yeah, as long, what class are you gonna do? Class and race. Like, is it gonna be a like a drow or a ASMR? That was one of my first D&D characters. I thought they looked cool because they kind of had that angelic look to them. I mean, that can be cool too if you do it in a specific way. Well, I mean, it's all about presentation. Like, how like how you present their what they look like and their backstory and oh cool. That'll be fun. Yeah, I mean, it definitely is one of those things where like I gotta hand it to the Critical Role people, or like I think Dimension 20 does this too, where they they give their characters different voices than their own, but then people don't think about it. But you have to make decisions in that voice. So when you're sitting there like, I do this, you can't go to your voice. You have to be like, you have to do it in that. You have to be like, I hit him with my hammer really hard. Oh, that was a terrible one. That is not my Scottish accent, I swear. That's me just. That's my very like weak version of the Scotsman from Samurai Jack. Really quick. If I think about it more, I can get further into it, but yeah. It's like, that was not. I love the Scotsman was such a great character. Like I love the first time they met. They're just on a bridge, and he's like, hey, I'll jump over you. And he's like, I don't think so. And he's like, well, maybe I can just crawl under you. He's like, and you're gonna look at my skin, up my. What was it? I forget the lines, but it was basically him just being difficult. And all he really had to do was just let him Jack jump over him, and they would have been fine. And then they become best friends. And then in the 5th season, you see all of his daughters. That was a cool scene. I love that part. I'm trying to think if that was in D&D, but I think we had it was either D&D or something we did where we would all just our battle cry was "Let's get Scottish." I forget what that was. It was probably D&D, but all that weaving and jumping about's can do you no good. Magic runes. I love that. Oh, mine's all over the place. 'Cause I look for everything from like T-Rex to like parkour to like guitar musicians because of my main character in my comic. So yeah, I get it. Yep. Oh, violins are really hard to draw because they're very like specific. They have a specific. That's cool. I have a character who's a. I don't really know her deal entirely yet. She's kind of a side character that I haven't gotten the story yet, but she's a like a forest spirit that I'm thinking might possess June's guitar. Like she might go inside of it because she wants to be part of the adventure. Kind of like a secret. I have a couple different versions of her. Let me see if I can find the original art for her. Oh, I know where it is. Here it is. Whoops. Yeah, this is the original art for my character. Yeah, she's just this like fairy that is mischievous and isn't really a good guy or a bad guy. She's just kind of like she's the I almost wanted to put her in just to be the other side, like to show like you have the guy who's attacking the mother who's actively evil but is in the shadows, and then you have this character who's probably going to be pretty passive, but she wants to be a part of things at the same time. So she might secretly try and like lend her magical abilities to June while trying to hide it. Although, I mean, that's gonna be pretty hard when her dad's a covert op like specialist. It's like, yeah, you're not gonna sneak up. You're not gonna be able to hide around him. I might even make that like part of the bit where like she thinks that she got rid of this annoying spirit that was basically just playing around with her, but then she she goes back to her father and he's like, "Yep, your guitar's possessed." And she's like, "Wait, what?" Like, "Yep, sorry, kid. Yeah. It happens. These people, these creatures are annoying. Don't worry about it." I don't think she's malevolent, so don't worry. I'll close this. That's in my way. Oh, do you use PureRef as well? Because I mean, it costs $5, but I think it's just so nice to have something where I can just save everything. I can just drag images in there and then just like take them out when I don't need, delete what I don't want. and it's nicer than having to go into Pinterest every time and hope that I can remember, or hope, or essentially just like sometimes I don't want to sort through all of my all of my favorites folders. But but yeah, she's a interesting character. I'm trying. It might be one of those things where she even like starts thinking she is going to be very passive, but she keeps sticking her nose in more and more, and I might even just make it so that June herself figures out that she's actually in the guitar. So, because she gets out of some situations that she shouldn't have been able to. But I thought about making her like either, I'm not sure what specific kind of forest spirit. I was thinking possibly a QB, but that's been used so much in different. Well, I mean, I guess there's no rule about like you can and can't use certain things. So as long as I make the character itself pretty unique, I don't think it matters that I'm using something that's been used in a lot of different other things. So. If anything, I mean, this one's is very different from everything all the ones I've read about, like in like Naruto or in other anime. Usually they're much more either malevolent or just. Although sometimes they're not, I guess. There's certain anime where they're more chill, but I think those are something else. I forget what those were. Loving the lighting in this. The fun thing is I can go back over the other brushes that I used that were like special brushes and just put my spin on them instead of like relying on them entirely, which gives it kind of a cool, like, I don't know, it just feels, it adds more, makes it feel more authentically mine than relying on their brushes to make some of my art cool. Because I'm not 100% tracing either. I'm just kind of like using theirs as for a little guidance. I'm playing around. The biggest part of the story I'm working on right now is their like first obstacle is they have to find a way to narrow down where she is in this giant national forest, and they split up to find different sources of information in this town that's pretty much been taken over by the elves. And they have to like keep a low profile. So, well, mainly Richard needs to keep a low profile. June, no one knows who. No one would really recognize her unless they recognized like that she's related to him. She's been in hiding her whole life. I'll be right back. Maybe I should get some regular water. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Maybe he's just absorbing it right into himself instead of. Doesn't need to eat it all. He can absorb it through the crystals too. That's too messy. Okay. That was the other thing. I kind of wanted to cut down on the amount of the spells flying around because it was kind of distracting, so. Thought I would just simplify it a little bit. Yeah, I was working on more modern versions of that Fox one, but it's still needs work, and yeah, it still needs work. Where was that one I did? That's where he was. I had another one of her. I don't know where I started to draw her a character sheet. Oh, that's there. It is. Don't get mad at me, YouTube. I'm playing around with different dresses for her, since she's like a fox spirit kind of, or like I was playing with the fox spirit idea, and I was pushing it as far as I could, and making her look like she could be chaotic but also mysterious. So yeah, I'm playing around with it. But I might actually just stick with this idea because it's even simpler and it's easier to draw. Like, as cool as that might be, those other drawings might be what she turns into when she stops hiding what she is. But maybe she starts more like this. Good song. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, she's gonna be a fun character to put in the background. As like, she's kind of like the genie from Aladdin is kind of what I was thinking she'd be like in a way, but without the wishes. She's kind of just like background commentary, and maybe occasionally a spell, but like she's more interested in watching other people solve their problems than helping out. At least at first. I'm also. I started doing pages for. Let's see, I'll show you. I started doing a page. Don't know if I showed I was working on this, but where is it? Oh no. Oh, I know where it is. I was smart and put it in a different folder, and then I forgot that I had this folder. But I'll be working on this more on Friday. It's the where'd it go? Come on, I know you're in here. Are you not in here? Oh no, it's not in. Wait, here it is. Oh, phew. I was like, I know it's in here. It's the first introduction to the Mother Grace in my comic, like just showing them unaware that they're in danger yet. They're hunting down these strange sightings of dinosaurs in the area, and they just found a T-Rex on the first time that you see them. So they found signs of a T-Rex. So they're both pretty excited. And she's got a pet like raven that's got some traits of a falcon, or is it traits of an eagle as well. So, and then I thought I would put a pterodactyl up in the corner just to show that, like, this is definitely a strange place. I need to work on her because her proportions are off. I'll do that on Friday. How are we doing on time? We're getting up there. Might work for a little bit longer, but and that was just a redraw I did beforehand. Don't want to go over overboard with the glow. I kind of want to keep it special for certain areas. This like sharp spike on the end of his tail. Oops. It still has some cleanup on it, but it's coming along. Okay. Definitely still has a ways to go, but it's in progress, I think, today. Oops. What? What? Why? What? Why does that turn into that? Oh well. Oops. To be careful, because if I hold my my pen at the wrong, even with Wacom, if you hold your pen at the wrong angle, sometimes it doesn't register. That's why sometimes my lines get kind of like get like interruptions, like oops, like that. Or it could just be that this is a really big painting and I should have made it this big. It's one of those things. I don't know which. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Oh, nice. No problems. maybe this color in there? To show that it's actually going... Just... Where's my Kirby Crackle? Where's my Kirby Crackle? There you are. Nah. Doesn't really work that way. I think this is fine. I don't want to show too much because black, making it just infinite darkness in there kind of makes it... Makes it a little bit more interesting, maybe. Huh. Techno, no thanks. No likey, no thanky. And it does it again. Why is... This is supposed to be a Final Fantasy mix. I understand they don't have the rights to Final Fantasy music, but they could try a little harder to make it sound like Final Fantasy music. Oh, someone jumped in as well. No, too much. Okay, that's weird. Sure. Color doesn't mix. Speaking of dinner, I need to disappear now, I think. It's been really great drawing along with everyone. I'm so happy that Ninja that you were able to lurk and get some drawing done as well. always fun to draw along with other people. So yeah, I think I'm gonna finish this probably Friday, and I'll do some more touches tomorrow, but I'll finish on stream on Friday, and I'll be working probably on something like maybe some like I said, some comic pages. Yeah. So thanks everyone for dropping by. I think this is a good place to call it because I'm hungry. So have a great night, and I'll be back again on Friday. So.